This is the plaintiff, Kim Hamilton. He says the defendant purchased 2 box trucks from him and still owes him money. He also used the trucks for a while under his license and registration and racked up tickets and fines, which he refuses to pay for. He has no other choice but to take him to court because no matter what he does, he can't seem to get the guy to pay him the $875 he owes him. This is the defendant, Pierre Harris. He says as far as the balance goes on the purchase price of the trucks, the plaintiff told him not to worry about it because one of the trucks was damaged and needed repairs to get it running right. Now the guy's changing his tune because he's filed a workers' compensation case against the plaintiff and he's mad. As far as the 2 unpaid tickets are concerned, they were for $50 each. He tried to pay the plaintiff for them, but he refused. So now here they are. He's accused of trucking it up.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant bought box trucks from the defendant and didn't pay. But the defendant says he didn't have to pay, and this is really about the fact he filed a workers' comp claim. It's the case of you comp me, I comp you.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Hamilton, you are suing Mr. Harris, your former employee, for $875. $500 of it, a balance remaining on some trucks that you sold to him, and the rest of it for tickets he received on those trucks because he didn't bother to register them in his own name for about a year. Tell me what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. So it was January of 17. I was updating my trucks and had a couple for sale. And
what business are you in?
I have an appliance delivery and installation company.
Okay.
And I have about 20 vehicles. Updating them, I decided that I would like to sell a couple, and Mr. Harris, having his own business delivering odds and ends, could use the trucks. And he asked
What size trucks?
They're 18-foot, 16-foot box trucks, just straight trucks that are van fronts with boxes on the back.
Okay.
And so he came to me in February and said, "Hey, Kim, I would like to go ahead and purchase those trucks."
Okay.
At that time, we made an agreement, 2 trucks, $3,000, and I was leaving on vacation, so he gave the money to my son. He only gave him $2,500 at the time. Said he'd give me the balance.
Did your son know that wasn't the amount agreed upon?
Yeah, he called me in Florida and said, "Hey, you know, what's going on?" I said, "Well, you know, that's fine. He works for me. I'll take the $2,500.
How long had he been working for you?
I believe about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years.
And he was supposed to pay the $500 when?
Well, he was supposed to pay it when I got back from Florida. My time down there was extended a little bit. My youngest son decided that he was going to run the company so that I could take care of a family member. Then I find out, I think it was in June, that Mr. Harris had quit, claiming a workman's comp injury at work.
Okay.
From then, we had no communications. I asked.
Did you kind of feel hurt?
Do I?
No, I meant like when he quit and filed a workers' comp claim after you had been so nice as to sell those trucks and not hassle him over the remaining $500. Did you feel like it was kind of...
I was hurt because I did more than just selling the trucks. He had a lot of outstanding child support, and I signed a letter to help him get out of trouble. For that. Mr. Harris is a good person. I mean, we've known for each other for a while, but yes, I was hurt.
Like he didn't even call to say goodbye? He didn't?
No, he didn't, which I didn't expect. I mean, come to find out, the whole claim, I believe, is getting kicked out for being filed falsely.
Okay, so is the claim outstanding still now?
That was turned over to BWC, Workman's Comp. I pay a Workman's Comp company. And
try to get into the habit of saying workers' comp.
Yeah, workers' comp is.
There you go. Good.
Is taking that, and Mr. Harris never showed up to any of the 4 workman's comp.
Workers' comp.
Yeah, lawyer. Any of the.
Mr. Harris, what's going on here? He says that you owe him $500 still for the trucks.
Well, actually, we came to an agreement of $2,500 for both trucks, not $3,000. The original money I paid was $1,500 cash. He then turned around and went to Florida. About a week after that, I gave his son another $500, which would have left the remaining balance at the last $500.
Okay, but your math is different from his, but let me just ask you a question. You agree that there's $500 unpaid on the truck sale?
Yes.
All right, and then?
And then once he got back from Florida, was probably another month after that, sometime in March, as he said. And when he got back, we discussed paying the rest of the balance on the trucks. And then that's when he told me one of the trucks was running, one wasn't. It was running hot.
Wait, but you already had the trucks for 2 months.
Yeah, it was about a month, yeah.
No, if you bought them in January and we're talking about March and returning, that's 2 months.
Yeah, it was
So my question to you is, don't you know how they're running if you bought them?
Yeah, which wasn't a problem. I had no problem with the second.
So you do know. All right.
Yeah,
and then in March, did you pay him the $500?
When I went to pay him the $500, like he said, he was out for about a while. And when he finally...
Okay, no, but he's back now. It's March. Did you pay him the $500?
No. When I went to pay him the $500, he was like, take that money and keep it and put it towards the yellow truck.
So he gave you a $500 gift?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that was nice.
Very nice.
So if you sell a car or a vehicle and you don't change the registration and the other person gets a ticket, are you responsible?
Yes,
Because?
because you didn't take it off your name.
But you didn't get the ticket.
But still, it's in your name.
Okay, well, we will find out going inside the courtroom.
Hey, how did you get hurt on the job?
I went to pull a refrigerator back on a dolly on my wrist and tore a ligament in my wrist and had surgery.
Okay, and what's going on with that claim?
That was in May. Apparently, it's still going on. It was.
Did you fail to appear to a bunch of meetings?
I didn't. I did fail to appear.
How do you figure that that's going to work for you?
Not good.
Why didn't you go?
Which actually.
Why didn't you go?
That was a whole different thing. I actually kind of felt bad. I did get hurt on the job. It was not falsely.
I mean, you either had surgery or you didn't.
Yeah, I had surgery. I had surgery on my wrist.
And you either had it for an injury that was recorded at work. Didn't you like say, "Oh my God, I hurt my wrist" at work?
Yes, when I went to the ER and told them what happened.
Did you go to the ER in the middle of the workday?
I left. Yes, I left work, and then the next day.
So there should be a record of you leaving work and a record of when you entered the ER. And what did you want to add on that?
About 2 weeks before he claimed the injury at work, he got in a bar fight. And on the internet and on his Facebook page, he posted, "I got hurt. I hurt my hand when I hit this guy in the face." And it was all over Facebook.
Oh, maybe that's why. That would make sense why he wouldn't show up to the workers' comp meetings. Because he doesn't want to continue to be in trouble for a potential false claim.
Yes.
Let's talk about the tickets, though. How is it that tickets are coming after you purchase the vehicle in his name? Because the first steps that you should do is to register both trucks in your name.
Yes. He told me to don't worry about the tag yet, is what he told me. Because I didn't have a license at the time. So he told me not to worry about the tag.
I'm sorry. You're telling me he told you, a businessman of how many years?
30.
30 years. Told you, I got an idea. Why don't you drive around in 2 trucks registered in my name so that if you run a class of orphans, I've got to pay all of that's what happened. You want me to believe that?
Yes, ma'am. I drove the trucks.
Oh, I believe you drove the trucks.
And after I parked them, I have the text message on when they asked for the tag when they were purchased in March, they asked, I had stuff still in them.
When did you register those 2 trucks that you bought in your name, sir?
After I got these tickets, January of 2018.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, you registered them a year after you bought them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When I purchased
and you think that's appropriate?
No.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Let me see the tickets that he got.
The back page is a full summary.
How many tickets?
I believe there were 4 at that time. When I went to pay them, because they were on my record, there were 2. When I went to pay them, they said, "Oh, you got a couple of more here," which surprised me.
So how many total were there?
I believe there were 4 total.
That total what amount?
Around $300 at this time.
Okay, so there's $300 in tickets, $500 that's owed. And so let me ask you, how do you plan to win that workers' comp case with a bar fight? See, I love this. Y'all, how old are you?
I'm 34.
34.
There was no bar
I can't really
fight.
blame it on, you're not really a millennial, are you? At 34, I think you're older than that. But, I tell my children who are in their 20s, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. And so you write about your bar fight.
There was no bar fight.
Blab about a bar fight. And that I assume your lawyer has presented that to the...
Yes.
Yeah. And then you don't show up, which makes no sense. You tell me, I just started to feel bad. Yeah, you got some problems, Mr. Harris. Some of them are legal and some of them are just moral. All right? You are going to pay the $500 remaining for the trucks, and you are going to pay the $300 for the tickets. Verdict for the plaintiff, $800.
So, after waiting a year, Mr. Hamilton, the plaintiff's going to get his money back. You know, the judge just said you got some problems, legal and moral. You know what you meant by that?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Do you feel bad?
No, I don't feel bad. I mean, he's a good guy. I just think, we had a different we had a different of opinion, and the judge ruled how she ruled. So.
Well, I mean, no question he was going to win. All right, thank you very much. You must sign a few documents outside, Mr. Hamilton. If you'll step out here. Was it worth the wait, I guess?
Well, this is the only way I was going to get paid.
Yeah,
so
yeah. What a shame.
It is. Mr. Harris is really a good person. He and I had a great relationship. Yeah, he's friends with some of my friends, so hopefully it could go on.
It's interesting to hear you say it that way, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a hater.
Okay, well, congratulations. All right,
Thank
you
you
very much.
All right.
Okay. That's nice. Harvey?
So if you sell a vehicle, you got to go down to DMV with the buyer and you change the registration before you hand over the keys.